could you picture me on one of these things? They're cute. That's what they are. What's up, guys? It's me, Eric B, and welcome back to the channel. And yes, I am back at Flip My Cycle here in Fayetteville, North Carolina. So if you've seen some of my previous videos, I used to do a lot of first ride and reviews for these guys back in the day, you know, when I first started getting into it. And they have moved locations. They have way more inventory now. You see some of the slingshots sitting over there. Some of these like Can-Am looking bikes, four-wheelers. They have some little Vespa looking bikes over there, and the whole 9 yards, man. Sport bikes, cruisers, you name it. So definitely come check these guys out if you're looking to pick yourself up a bike. But on to the task at hand, we have a 2022 Honda CBR1000RR, and this is probably one of the first bikes that I actually did a first ride and review on at Flip My Cycle. I think it's one of the first. It's either the first or second or something like that. I can't really remember. But man, this thing is beautiful. The standard Honda colors, the blue and the red, it looks really, you know, it looks really good. Now, a lot of people sleep on Hondas, I feel. You know, everyone wants, you know, the BMWs, the Kawasaki's, the Gixxers and stuff like that. You don't see a whole lot of CBRs. At least I don't. I think it's a really good looking bike. It's freaking fast, man. Like, especially when you unlock these things, they get down and move. And the new, I think it's the RRR. That thing's a monster, and I would love to own one. You know, if I went back to Japanese bikes, you guys know I got the DUCATI and the APRILIA now. But just looking at it, this thing is outfitted with a race fit exhaust. It looks like it is a full exhaust. Can't really tell, but I believe that it is. And I think that's about it for mods on this thing. There's not really anything cosmetic except for the zero gravity windscreen, and all I can see performance wise is the exhaust. Don't know if it's flashed or if it has a filter or anything like that in it. Oh, and I do see some levers on here and stuff like that, but other than that, man, no quick shifter or anything. But yeah, just simple, nice looking Honda, and we'll talk about it a little bit as we get it out on the road. But before we do that, as always, guys, let's go ahead and cut to the B-roll. Alright guys, let's get this party started. Let's see. She's not quite cold, so it's not really a cold start, if you will. Nice. Man, I really do like the dash. Everything is going digital now, which is nice. Oh yeah. Alright. Alright, we're going to make this sort of quick. Because you guys have already seen, for those of you that's followed my channel for a while, you've already seen the first ride video that I did on this bike. And I'm just doing an updated video, so if you're new to the channel and you're just tuning in, this is for more of you that are looking to get this bike and just trying to, you know, get an average Joe's perspective on it. This thing is actually quite smooth. So coming from my Panigale 1199, it's a little bit more on the rough side. Yeah, this bike is pretty smooth, man. I like the way that it sounds too. The exhaust makes it sound really good. Oh, trying to turn the blinker off there. Alright, so far, initial impressions, because it's been a hot minute since I've been on one of these. The bike feels really smooth. Throttle is not too jerky or anything. It's pretty smooth as well. Shifting, this thing is pretty smooth. I think it can really benefit from a quick shifter on it. It's as far as like vibrations and stuff, not really too bad riding here in third gear. But the suspension feels pretty nice as well. too overly stiff or anything. And then the ergonomics, pretty standard. My legs do feel like they're hiked up kind of high, but not as bad as the Aprilia RS660, man. My thighs were like way on the top of the tank and everything, but this bike actually feels pretty good. The ergonomics isn't too crazy. I think it's compared to like the big four, I think the Suzuki I can't even talk, the Suzuki GSXR I think it's the most laid back of the sport bikes, then the Honda, and then, you know, you get on the Yamahas and stuff and they're really aggressive. About to really see what she can do here in a second. It's been a while since I've been on these roads, man, trying to figure out and remember where everything was at. Alright, so we got some new tires on here, so I really can't lean this thing over the way that I would want to. Second gear. Man, it's so crazy when you get used to having a quick shifter that trying to shift is like weird again. I don't know, trying to get used to it. Alright, so the power on this, if you weren't already tracking, is somewhere in the neighborhood of 180 horsepower. I think it's like 183 or something like that, 186. And with about 80 something foot-pounds of torque, if I'm not mistaken. Plenty of power, man, especially if you're coming from a 600 to this bad boy. Like if you have a CBR1000RR. This is a nice bike, dude. I can only imagine how the RRR is. But yeah, very beautiful display. Like I said before, the ergonomics, they're aggressive for a sport bike, but they're not as crazy as something like an R6 or an R1. Just like in my CBR1000RR video, I said that, you know, that bike was the jack of all trades and the master of none. I feel like that's just how Honda is, man. There's nothing super crazy about the bike, but it's also not lacking as well. I think it's a very good blend of everything, you know, when you're talking about all the different types of sport bikes out there. Control layout, everything is super simple. You have your start button right over here. This switch right here lets you select through some different menus and stuff like that. I'm not going to play with anything right now. I actually don't even know what mode we're in, because this obviously has different power modes and stuff like that, but I don't want to change anything up right now. Yeah, so pretty simple layout. You get a shift indicator, your miles per hour. I like the RPM gauge and everything on here, and then all your little settings and stuff like that for like wheelie control, engine braking, and things of that nature. I do not see a fuel gauge, however, so a lot of people usually complain about having a fuel gauge. It's all good. Oh, I want to lean this over so bad. Like, I want to lean. Alright, let's talk a little bit more about the bike. So we got Showa forks up front. Not real sure what the rear shock is. But like I said before, man, the suspension feels really nice on this bike for, you know, set up for the street and everything. And could you really, you know, live day to day with something like this on the street? And you absolutely can. Most people say that Leader bikes are a little bit better for the road than something like a 600, because 600s are more high revving and stuff like that, and to really have fun with them, you really got to rev the crap out of them, whereas leader bikes you really don't have to all that much. But I really do love the styling of the newer CBRs, man. This one looks really good. I like the mirrors. They're not really you know, the vibrations don't make them rattle a lot or anything like that. I like the handlebar position. The seat isn't too hard, feels pretty comfortable, and I love the way that the engine and the exhaust note sounds out of this bike. So like I said, if I had to go back to a Japanese bike, if I was looking to get one again, I would probably go for a CBR, and it would probably be the RRR, just because that thing's nasty, man. That thing's a beast. I think we have kind of brake calipers we're on here. Tokiko, I think it's what it's called. Just rocking those. And yeah, I'm pretty sure, man, there's been guys that unlock these things and they can roll with the best of them. You know, if you guys are into that roll racing scene and stuff like that. But for the track, I think this thing would be a very, very nice weapon. Yeah, I think my only complaints is I would definitely throw a quick shifter on here. And that's about it, man. I can't, in my short time riding this bike, I can't really find anything wrong right off the bat, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, you really can't go wrong with this one. So if you're looking to pick this bike up, definitely hit up Flip My Cycle for this specific bike if you're looking to purchase and you're in the area. But if you're just on the fence and can't decide if you want to go with a CBR or something like that, man, yeah, don't hesitate, get it. Yeah, man, like I said before, I think the CBR is one of those bikes that not a lot of people have, because everyone has R1s. Everyone has ZX10s and ZX6s and R6s and a lot of Gixxers out there. But I don't see a whole bunch of CBR 600s or 1000RRs. So I think it's a very nice bike. People are missing out. Not bad. So on a lot of the twin cylinder sport bikes, if you're trying to make a slow turn in second gear, like the bike doesn't like it. Like you have to be like almost in first, but you pretty much have to be in first gear to do that, because it bogs down a whole lot. But some of these other like Japanese bikes, you can be in second and it's not going to bog down too much. That's just from my experience. I know with my KTM RC8 when I had it, and even the Ducati, I like have to go almost all the way to first just to freaking make a slow turn. But yeah, guys, like I said before, I wanted to keep it just short and sweet. I've already done a video on this bike before, if you guys go check that one out. And you know, if you're new to the channel, definitely give me a subscribe and a like, and then, you know, you can see some more first ride videos just like this one. And hope you guys are having an excellent day, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.